In the previous episode, I sailed offshore to Stanley Reef on the western edge of the Great Barrier Reef, and here I sail back to the mainland and briefly visit Townsville. It was an overnight sail again, this time beating against a light northwest breeze, which eventually died and was replaced by a southerly, allowing us to sail past Cape Bowling Green and Cape Cleveland and across Cleveland Bay towards Magnetic Island and Townsville. Sunday the 14th, coming into Townsville. Here's Magnetic Isle. I'll go to it later tomorrow. But here's Townsville up ahead. Quite dramatic actually. There's this big orange, presumably granite dome as the backdrop to the city. And then on the left is the commercial harbour. And I'm going to go into the breakwater marina here, or if they don't have room for me, I'll anchor outside in what's called the duck pond and go in by dinghy. The marina had a berth for me that night, and after a badly needed shower, I went into town. First, walking along Ross Creek that the town is built around with a different marina, and then into the Queensland Museum of the Tropics to see an amazing exhibit hall about the ship HMS Pandora, which had been sent out to capture and return the mutineers from HMS Bounty, which they did in the most brutal way, but subsequently floundered in the Torres Straits. I will let the posters tell the story if you care to read them. There were a lot more exhibits about HMS Pandora and life on board, but for me the most amazing was the list of their provisions. Imagine taking on 20 metric tons of bread. I usually have 2 loaves. I thought this mural on the wall of a parking lot was remarkable. I had hoped to hike the goat trail to the top of the granite dome called Castle Hill, but this was the one day each year they closed the trail because they were doing controlled burns on the hill. Instead, I had to be satisfied with these views out over the city and to Magnetic Island. I walked through the Queen's Garden instead, which has several specialized gardens, and found these 2 stone curlews and enjoyed some unusual palms. Then, in the late afternoon, I walked along the waterfront to a hill that was a defensive position during World War II, with information about the Battle of the Coral Sea that was a turning point in the naval battles with Japan, and a memorial to those who had died in the battle. In the next episode, I sail the short distance around to the north side of Magnetic Island.